Everything you want to know about the Clear Lake, Texas area in one video. That's what we're doing today. We'll be taking a look at the introduction of the area along with pros and cons, and of course, my favorite part, touring homes in the medium price range. That way you have an idea of how far your dollar goes in the Clear Lake, Texas area. That way you don't have to jump around on my playlist. We're going to put all of this into one video. And if you have any questions about the area throughout the video, feel free to comment down below. I'm going to take my time and answer every single comment throughout this video. I'm Giovanni Frank, your local Houston realtor with Lionsgate Realty, and let's get to it. Get ready for an adventure as we take a look at one of Houston's most hidden gems, that being the Clear Lake area. We will be exploring recreation areas along with dining options, the shopping experience, and of course, one of the most sought after neighborhoods here in the area. Get ready, buckle up, and let's go explore. Before we get into actually exploring the area, where exactly is Clear Lake? As you can see here, you're about 40 minutes from downtown Houston. That's being generous. I-45 South always has a lot of traffic, so you're really being more in between the 45 minutes to about an hour and 15 minutes to get down here from Houston. As for the area, it is ranked the second best neighborhood here in the Houston area to buy a home in. And you heard that right, this is a neighborhood. It's actually a master plan community with other subdivisions within it. And as for the atmosphere here, you're gonna mainly have people who are young professionals moving down here that love the outdoors because you have plenty of parks. You have people who are looking to grow a family. And of course, the reason why they're moving down here is because of the schools. As for the elementary schools, you're in the top 30 percentile of all of Texas elementary schools. The high school is in the top 10 percentile of all of Texas schools. And for the pricing here in the area, you're gonna be looking at about an average of $320 for the homes. There isn't really a lot of new construction here. It's mainly homes built in the 60s through the early 90s. You can start off really in the low 280s and go all the way up to about the high 600s. All right, let's go explore. Right now, we're in one of the recreation areas that Clear Lake has to offer. This is Clear Lake Park. And to be completely honest with you guys, and if you've been watching my channel for some time now, you know that I am not an outdoors person. However, after exploring this area now, I'm probably gonna spend a little bit more time out here. It's beautiful. You have parks out here for the kids, a splash pad, a place for you to fish like right off of the pier. And also you have really nice view of Clear Lake. Feel free to explore and I'll meet you guys at the restaurant. As promised, I'm gonna take you guys to experience some of the local dining here along with the shopping. Right now we're in the Baybrook Plaza and there's plenty of restaurants here for you to enjoy. There's Maggiano's and we're actually gonna go to Whiskey Cake and then I'll let you guys explore them all while I eat. See you later. Right now, we're in one of the more popular subdivisions here in the Clear Lake area. This happens to be the Bay Knoll community. And let me turn the camera around so you can get a good view of what your neighborhood would look like. A lot of these houses do remind me kind of like the Home Alone ones. You're looking about 2,000 square foot and up here, along with a lot size of about 6,000 square foot and up. This home is currently on the market. It is going for a total of $379. It is a 4-bedroom, almost 2,800 square foot. We're also going to have this one coming up on the market as of next week. It'll be listed with one of my realtors, and that was going to be going for a total of $380. This community does offer a park inside of the community, some walking trails, a pool, and a tennis court. So it's one of the reasons why it's one of the more popular ones out here. And of course, the streets are a lot wider here. It's a really, really nice community. I currently really love it here. what the $300,000 to $400,000 price range gets you here in the Clear Lake area. Come on, let's check out the first one. What I really like about this home here is that the living area is open but still kind of sectioned off to your kitchen over here, and it does have vaulted ceilings, so it makes it seem a lot bigger than what it is. Direct access to your fireplace there. Plenty of natural light in here because you do have this access to your backyard, which is awesome. Look at this here. Nice sliding doors, 3 different sections here of sliding doors. They give you access to your backyard. And like I mentioned before, the homes in this neighborhood are usually 6,000 square foot and up when it comes to the yard. This home here in particular is a total of 8,000 square foot for your yard. So let's check it out real quick. Take a look at this. We're about to take a look at our second home, which is here in the Clear Lake City subdivision. This home is a total of 1,700 square foot, 3-2 on a 10,000 square foot lot. This home is gorgeous on the inside, recently remodeled. Let's check it out. I really enjoy this layout, so I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a full walk-in tour. As soon as we walk in here to your left, you have your dining area. This home was recently remodeled. It is 1,700 square foot, as I mentioned outside. Check out the kitchen here with your built-in appliances, electric stove. Gotta love this backsplash here. Check that out. I mean, they color coordinated this house perfectly. You have your barn style sink there. Open to your living area, which is right across. That's awesome. So you are sectioned off, yet it's still open enough. And you have your office space here, which is really nice. It has a sliding barn door, which is cool for your office space here. Let's close this so you can get an idea of what that looks like. Check that out. And this is your first bathroom. Again, they did a great job of remodeling here. And let's take a look at your owner suite, then we'll take a look at your backyard, which is really nice. So your owner suite here has a sliding door to your backyard. We'll go out there in just a bit, just so you can get for reference how big the bedroom is here. Your owner suite. I'm in a corner of the room. You have double closets there. This is your owner suite bathroom, your ensuite bathroom. Check out that shower there. Like I said, they did a great job in this house. Subway tile, gorgeous. Your separate his and her sinks. Now let's go check out your backyard. This is an older home built in 1972, but newer homes just don't have this style of character to them anymore. I mean, look at that, no back neighbors, 10,000 square foot lot. Let me know down in the comments below if you would sacrifice on age of the house for something like this. Sheesh, that's nice. Imagine enjoying a cup of coffee out here every morning. All right, guys, I'll meet you at the next one. Our next home is here in the Brook Forest subdivision. This is a 5-bedroom home, almost 3,200 square foot, sitting on a 10,000 square foot lot. This one is going for $397,000. Let's take a look at it. If you're local to the Houston area or you're visiting Houston, you'll probably hear the phrase, Houston is an hour away from Houston. And that lands in our first pro for this community. Your distance to anywhere here, some of your main attractions, whether that be Clear Lake, some of the shopping here in Baybrook, or even if you work in Nassau, all of that's gonna be about 10 minutes away from you, even your dining experience and shopping experiences, right? Now, if you work in places like, let's say the refineries, you do have refineries in Baytown, some in LaPorte, Deer Park, and Pasadena. Those are gonna be about 20 to 30 minutes away from you. And if you're looking to fly frequently, or if you're a frequent flyer, you're looking at a distance of anywhere between 30 to about 45 minutes for you to get to either airport here on this side of town. So Clear Lake is centrally located here in the Houston area, and you don't have to drive more than an hour to get anywhere that you want to go to. Accommodation to a variety of lifestyles. So Clear Lake offers a little bit of everything for everyone. Whether you're an outdoors person, you have the parks, Clear Lake Park, you have walking trails, the lake itself, right? If you are a person who enjoys shopping more as their sport, right, you have Baybrook there. And if you're just somebody who enjoys going out to nice, fine dining, you also have Baybrook Mall Plaza. So Clear Lake offers a little bit for everybody. It's not just for outdoor enthusiasts or for people who like to go shopping all the time, or for somebody who likes to go out and eat with the family every now and again. You can find something to do here in Clear Lake that fits you perfectly. Once I start editing this video, I realized that my camera wasn't recording for half of the time when it comes to the pros. So that's why there's a different outfit change, but let's continue and go on with the pros. And the next one actually is the scenery. So this is probably number one for those of you who really enjoy the outdoors, who are outdoor enthusiasts. Clear Lake offers a plethora of parks, walking trails, dog parks, and of course, you have access to Clear Lake itself there. They take very good care of it, and you can go fishing there, and you really enjoy a really nice scenery. So for those of you who enjoy the outdoors, Clear Lake has a plethora of things for you to do. A growing community. Clear Lake is a community that's constantly growing, and not because they're building new construction homes there and they're expanding, simply because people who bought there whenever they were first raising a family stay there long term until their kids are out and they're empty nesters, and now they decide to sell their homes. So you get a new injection of people moving into Clear Lake who are now looking to start raising a family. So you have all kinds of people in this community, whether that be young professionals who really enjoy the outdoors, so they move to Clear Lake. You have people who are looking to start a family because of the schools, so they move to Clear Lake, or you have people who've been living in Clear Lake for a long period of time, and they're probably thinking about just retiring there, or they might be moving out pretty soon. So Clear Lake is constantly in a growing phase, and this is a growing community and allows you to connect with a plethora of different people. A great education system. Clear Lake offers one of the highest rated schools here in the Houston area, and not just in Houston, one of the highest rated schools all over Texas. And again, I'm not just talking about private schools. I'm talking about schools that you pay for with your tax dollars. So if you're gonna have to pay for a school, why not it be one of the best rated schools here in the Houston area? So when we're talking about elementary schools, they are rated in the top 30 percentile all over Texas. And for high school, you're in the top 10 percentile for all over Texas. So as you can see, why this is an attraction for people who are looking to grow a family. The education system here in Clear Lake, even if it's not a private school setting, is great. With this being a pros and cons video, and we already mentioned the good, now we kind of have to mention the bad, right? But the good thing is that the bad really isn't that bad. We're gonna start off with the cost of living in the area. So Clear Lake has a higher cost of living, and let's take a look at housing, for example. If you're comparing Clear Lake with Baytown, which is about a 15 to 20 minute drive away, you're in Baytown, you're starting off anywhere in between the 240s to 260 for a livable home. That's a starter home. Now, in comparison with Clear Lake, you're looking at a starter home with no upgrades, about in the $320,000 price range, and that can range all the way up to about $500,000 in the Clear Lake area. So the cost of living here is a little bit higher than other areas, but that also goes with the fact that the area is a little bit more prestigious. Traffic. And to be honest, this is probably going to be just a given in every single one of my pros and cons videos because, I mean, let's be honest, it's Houston, right? So in Houston, you're always going to have traffic. Again, guys, I've always given you the main traffic time frames is going to be between 7 in the morning to 9 in the morning. Don't plan on going anywhere in the community because there's going to be traffic. Same thing, you know, if you're coming from downtown Houston, anywhere in between 6 p.m. to about, well, let's say 4 p.m. to about 7 p.m., you're going to hit traffic, and it's going to be hard for you to get away from that. Houston is just, I guess we're becoming the new LA when it comes to traffic, which of course, if you're looking to relocate down here from LA, at least you'll be used to that, right? Natural disasters. Now, this is something that people bring up in general when they're talking about Houston, because we get prepared for hurricanes every single year. And every now and again, we will get a Harvey that causes a lot of damage. But Clear Lake is a little bit more of a special area because you are closer to the Gulf. So heavy rain, really heavy rain, or a tropical storm, especially a hurricane, can cause some damage in the area. Now, it doesn't mean that that whole area is a flood zone or a flood hazard. It just means that you need to take a little bit more caution and keep that in mind when you do move there, because you have access to bodies of water 10 to 15 minutes away from you, literally right there. So it can be something that you need to take into consideration. Good thing if you're not buying a home in the area that's part of a flood zone, your insurance does come out a little bit cheaper. Always talk with your real estate agent who's helping you out. Of course, hopefully that would be me, right? And I will introduce you to an insurance agent who can give you a really good quote, and that way you can have something to take a look at and see how much more flood insurance would cost you, even if it's not required, which is something that I always recommend. Crowds of outsiders or people that aren't local to your area. And I think Clear Lake, along with Lake City and Webster, this whole little area right there, since they border each other, is probably the only other area besides Galveston that has this issue. So with you having so many amenities and a really nice shopping center and dining options, when people want to enjoy their weekend, it might be one of their destinations to go to, because you do have access to a lake that's right down the street from other people like that are coming from Baytown, Deer Park, LaPorte. Instead of them having to go all the way to Galveston, they might stop by in your area. Shopping, same thing. There really isn't a mall on that side of town, so they'll probably go to Baybrook Mall, which is right there. Or cigar lounges, same thing. It's probably the only area that has cigar lounges. So on vacation days, along with summers, you're probably gonna have a little bit more of a crowd in this area of people that aren't necessarily your neighbors. And lastly, limited public transportation. And this, again, is gonna go hand in hand because you're living in the Houston area. Really, the only place in Houston that has really good public transportation ends up being if you're living inside of the 610 loop. Everything outside of the 610 loop is not gonna have really good public transportation, and most of the neighborhoods and communities are not gonna be walkable outside of the 610 loop. And of course, Clear Lake gets affected by this as well. Alright guys, so those were the 5 pros and cons of living in one of Houston's most underrated communities, Clear Lake. If you have any other questions about the area, feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my information down in the description below. If there's any other areas you guys would like for me to cover, put that down in the comments and I'll work on making that video next. I'm Giovanni Frank, your local Houston realtor with Lionsgate Realty. Until next time.